Welcome to the Texas Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Anna and I'll be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. You can use your Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Texas. And now I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter from Hendrix College. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Anna. Good evening, everyone who's joined us. And can I just say welcome, welcome, welcome. And I know this is a time in your life that, oh my gosh, choices, choices, choices. And so I want you to take a breath. If you're on tonight, and if you're looking and listening to different schools, there will be nuggets for each school. And so what I would like to encourage you to do when you hear something that touches your heart, write it down. All of us who are presenting tonight will be presenting different things about our institution that will fit you. And I like to say to students, just like at Hendrix, which is in Conway, Arkansas, we talk about unto the whole person. And so I would like to encourage you as you're listening to myself and to others tonight, that you think about yourself and you think about what are those characteristics that I'm looking for in a university that reflects me, that reflects my values, reflects my dreams and goals. And for me, I think about Hendrix, and that's community. One of the things that we love about Hendrix, we're about 1,100 students. We're all undergrad, so no graduate programs, no graduate students, no graduates teaching at all, but just intimate relationship throughout the community. One of the things that I think sets Hendrix apart is our Odyssey program. It's a program that every student gets to have the opportunity to do different types of programs, ideas, and the university funds that. We like to say, what brings you joy? And then how can you bring joy to others? And then let's turn that into a program or a project or an idea. We are test optional. I like to say we went test optional before COVID. And what I tell students when you think about test optional, don't just think, oh, I don't have to submit my test scores. But I want you to think the opposite. How can I show the university who I am without scores? Through my essay, through a possible interview, through the counselor recommendation, my grades. And then for me, it's the extracurricular activities that students are involved in. Remember I said unto the whole person? Well, that means for us at Hendrix, what are you involved in outside of your class? What are those things? If it's babysitting, why do you babysit? Are you one that helps your family as far as taking care of your siblings? Are you out in the community serving, maybe picking up trash? Or are you one of those students that have to work or get to work? And because you're working, you have the opportunity to meet other people, to learn and to grow. So I want to say this to you so you can get in contact with me. My email address is wheeler@hendrix.edu. I'm the Texas regional rep. And so any student from Texas has the opportunity to contact me. I'm actually the person that'll be reading your application if you decide to apply as a senior. For my, say, freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, I would love to just jump on a chat with you and talk to you about next steps. So if you're thinking about applying to Hendrix, applications are available. We're on the Common App. If you're wanting to ask more things of me and talk about Hendrix, give me a call at 469-535-7232. And remember, at Hendrix, it's unto the whole person. We're in Conway, Arkansas, and we're 1,100 students. And we really want to see you become all that you desire. So we're looking for fit, and we're looking for an opportunity to learn who you are first, and then present Hendrix and what they can offer, what we can offer for you. Have a wonderful night. Call me again, 469-535-7232. and have a wonderful night finding the right fit school for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, you'll be hearing from Loyola University, New Orleans.
Thank you. And my name is Ricky Alarcon with Loyola University in New Orleans. And I'm going to share my screen and kind of show you some couple of slides. I'm an assistant director, and I actually live here in the Dallas, Fort Worth area. I'm a regional representative, and so I cover the whole state of Texas. And so Loyola is a private Catholic Jesuit institution located in the city of New Orleans. The next few slides will kind of show some stats about our student body. We have roughly around 3,200 students attend Loyola. We offer about 119 different academic programs. There you see our average class size, student to faculty ratio. So the students that come to Loyola are looking for that small campus feel, but again, opportunities to do research, opportunities to do study abroad, community service. They're looking for those things. And so we provide a lot of things like a big university does, but in a smaller setting. This kind of shows you our incoming class. And as you see the female-male breakdown, you could also see the students of color. We do attract students from all different backgrounds and faiths. We are a Catholic institution, but again, we pride ourselves of being welcoming for everyone. And so I think it's part of our Jesuit philosophy that we have here at Loyola. And you might hear us say a lot about the Jesuit philosophy. Our curriculum is based where, with the cura personalis, you'll hear us say that, where it's Latin for care of the whole person. So not only we want our students to become great in their, learn vast knowledge in their programs, but we want them to become critical thinkers. We want them to become effective communicators and, great reasoning. So we want them to be, again, change agents. So when they leave our campus, they can, change the world. So, and with that, I want to talk about our programs and some of our departments. We are split into three different departments: College of Music and Media, College of Business, and the College of Arts and Sciences. College of Music and Media is probably what we're mostly known for, your traditional music programs, music, instrumental, vocal, jazz studies. But as you see there, we have some really interesting programs as well. Our pop and commercial music program, hip hop and R&B. We also offer theater, musical theater, filmmaking, and one of the oldest journalism programs in this part of the United States, and as well as design. Number two is our business. We are a port city, so our College of Business is very important. Trade is very vital to the city. So accounting, management, those are great opportunities for our students to do great internships here in the city. Three is our sciences, biology, chemistry. We do offer pre-med, pre-health. We do offer nursing. So those students that want to go into those fields have an opportunity to do so. And then, of course, psychology, criminology rounds up our top five very popular areas that we have. But as you see in the next few slides, we do offer a little bit of everything from computer science, foreign languages, mathematics. So again, we encourage our students to kind of double major, add minors. So a business student can study, a minor in music, or a computer science student can, add philosophy. So we encourage that. And again, that's part of our philosophy of knowing subjects and being a good steward when they graduate from here. We do offer honors program for our students that are high talent students with additional scholarship dollars for that. Our study abroad program, we offer opportunities to students to see the world. Not only we want you to have a great experience in the classroom, but also outside the classroom. And so lastly, I kind of want to wrap things up with our admission criteria. As you see there, we are test blind, test free. So we don't look at test scores for admissions and scholarships. So usually the second question people ask me is, what do we look at? It's a holistic review. We will look at the transcript. We'll look at the rigor, the courses that students have taken. There is a letter of recommendation, essay that is required. So with those items, looking at the application, extracurricular activities, that's how we're going to base our decision. For students that are thinking about applying early, November 15th is our early action deadline, which is right around the corner, especially for our honors program. That's a December 1st deadline for honors. program. So we highly encourage students to apply by then, but definitely by February 15th, if students want to try to maximize the potential to get scholarships, I recommend them applying early February. Our merit scholarships start at $14,000 and they go up to $23,000 per year. So we offer some great scholarships. We are a private school, so I tell students don't let that tuition scare you off. We offer great scholarships as well for our honor students. Social justice, that's for the students that are going to major in sociology or minor in sociology. And we have some great athletic scholarships as well for those students that want to compete at that high level. We offer that. And 99% of our students do receive some other type of financial aid. So we will try to provide, again, that additional aid to help that cost of going to college, lower that down. For our students in music and media, we do have an additional audition, interview, or portfolio that might be required. So please let me know, and I'm going to drop my contact information there. But we are open for tours Monday through Friday, in person and virtual. So if you do have questions and definitely want to come see us, I welcome to bring your family and friends, come check us out. So with that, I'm going to conclude my presentation and hand it over to Anna for our next presenter.
Thank you. Next, you'll be hearing from Rollins College.
Thanks very much for that and for your time viewing us tonight. My name is Frank Thomas, he, him, his. I am from Rollins College in Winter Park, Florida. That is located just outside of Orlando. And we are Florida's oldest college. We've been providing a traditional liberal arts education here in Central Florida for almost 150 years. On your screen right now, you see one of the most beautiful college campuses in America, located on the shores of Lake Virginia. And if you can see all the way on the right-hand side of the screen in the distance, those are the buildings of downtown Orlando. So you are getting the best of both worlds here, in that you can have a small town liberal arts college feel, but the opportunities of a big city right nearby. And we want to take a moment and mention what a college of liberal arts is. We are really focused on your overall education, even though we have more than 60 academic programs of study. We like to tell students that we're preparing you not just for your first job, but for your last job, so that you're prepared for the changes that may come in the economy or in your own interests. As Florida's oldest college, about half of our students do come from Florida, and the rest come from more than 40 states and around 60 countries around the world. We are working very hard to make sure that the diversity of our campus reflects that of Orange County and in Florida in which we're located. And the reason why you're giving us a few minutes tonight is to help answer that question, is Rollins right for you? Our answer comes in the form of our signature liberal arts education program called the Rollins Gateway. This pathway is going to take you through our future-proof, interdisciplinary liberal arts education. Then we're going to be pushing you out there into the world while you're still a student here, to engage with it, to get into action with what you have been learning while you're here, and an integrated mentorship program that lead to the results that you were looking for. We only have about 2,100 students. We'd be about the size of a 5A Texas high school. And we have a small student to faculty ratio. So those opportunities for mentorship abound. Your professors are going to know your name and recognize if you've missed class, but they're also going to be there to work with you on your own lines of research in any of the subject areas we offer, from anthropology to business, to computer science, to physics, to political science. Students can propose their own research proposals, select a faculty member to work with them, and the college is going to provide a stipend to help pay your expenses for 2 months over the summer while you work on this project. The expected outcome being a peer-reviewed research article, a presentation to a conference, or something similar to that. So when you finish this, you have research experience, you have the benefits of mentorship with our experienced faculty, and you're likely a published author also. I've mentioned action as a big part of your liberal arts education, and more than 3/4 of our students will study abroad at some point while they're at Rollins. Most of our study abroad programs are affiliated with overseas colleges and universities, and the classes you take there will give you credit towards your degree. So you're still finishing in 4 years. In addition, your financial aid package goes with you on your first study abroad program to help defer those costs. We work very hard to engage that spark in you of caring for the community that you're in, of noticing where you are and seeing how you can improve the world around you. Through our Spark Day that happens during your orientation week at the very beginning of your Rollins experience, all the way through our alternative spring breaks and community engagement courses, we want you to be an excellent global citizen who is looking around wherever you are and seeing what you can do to make it a better place. Over 100 student organizations running the gamut from our radio station to Greek organizations to the Chess Society, which I am the sponsor of. So it's very easy for you to get involved or to start your own organization on campus. We are a Division II college for NCAA sports. If you're interested in playing at the varsity level, we recommend that you contact our coaches by your junior year, and you can go through your admissions counselor and we can help you make that connection. But all of this stuff leads to one answer, which is our placement rate. That's the answer to the question, why Rollins? 97% of our graduates are working in graduate school or have made other plans within 12 months of graduation. And don't forget about Orlando. It's much more than just the theme parks. It's one of the fastest growing cities in America and a great city for recent college graduates, for internships, and to start a new business. So we push so many of our students to go out there and engage in the world. And when they graduate, they come right back here to start their careers and their families. We are on the Common application, the Coalition app, and we have our own online application. We have been test optional for 15 years. It's up to you whether you provide a test score or not, and you can talk to your admissions counselor about whether that's right for you. But keep in mind that everybody has numbers, grades, and test scores, or if they provide them. Where you can really stand out is these items on the left side of the screen: your personal statement, your involvement section, and your recommendations. And your admissions counselor can help you through that process. We do offer early decision with a November 15th application deadline. That is a binding agreement, and you'll get your notification within about a month after that. If you're curious about early decision, talk to your admissions counselor and we'll walk you through that. But not only is November 15th our early decision deadline, not only is it my father's birthday, but it is also the priority scholarship application deadline for regular decision, for the non-binding method. So it is a free application. There's no testing and no formal essay required. So we encourage you to consider applying for either plan by November 15th. And when you do apply for admission at Rollins, you are automatically considered for our merit-based scholarships. Nearly all of our students are receiving some form of aid from us, and not only because of our price and because of the scholarships that we offer, but going back to that placement rate of 97%. That's why US News and World Report consistently ranks Rollins College as one of the best value schools in America. I'm going to drop my contact information in the chat, as well as information on how you can register for our virtual open house coming up on December 4th. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you. Next, you'll be hearing from the University of Alabama.
Hey y'all, my name is Abby Prashal and I am the regional recruiter for the University of Alabama in Dallas and East Texas. And I'm really excited to get the opportunity to speak with you this evening about what sets the University of Alabama apart and how you can maybe start to find your place at the capstone. So in a second, and we will get started. So as you can see, UA draws students from across the country. Nearly 60% of our students are actually from out of state, with Texas being the fourth most Bama-bound state in the country. Tuscaloosa is a really easy trip from DFW or anywhere in Texas. You can take a direct flight to Birmingham, which is about 45 minutes from Tuscaloosa, and then you could also drive there if you wanted. I-20 goes directly to campus. Since its founding in 1831, the University of Alabama is committed to excellence and innovation through teaching, research, and service. UA has been a leader among institutions of higher education both in the South and across the nation throughout its entire history. Balancing academic exploration with community-driven traditions, UA is committed to supporting its students both during and after their time at the capstone, as demonstrated by its many campus and alumni programs. Moreover, the university's continued success in multiple areas of student life demonstrates its commitment to ongoing excellence in and out of the classroom. The university boasts many award-winning colleges and programs, and as just a couple of examples, our Department of Advertising and Public Relations was recently named top in the entire nation, and the School of Law is ranked 12th overall among public universities. In addition to these nationally ranked programs, UA also boasts R1 level programs in engineering, education, human sciences, social work, library science, nursing, health sciences, communication, and the humanities. Whatever your passion, there is a program at the University of Alabama that can help guide you toward excellence. So let's talk a little bit more about the nuts and bolts of how you actually apply to the University of Alabama. So first, you will review our required coursework on our website, and then you can either apply on our website or you can also find us on the Common App. This year for seniors on the webinar, we are still test optional, so you can choose to submit an SAT or ACT score or not. That choice is yours. And then you can also will then request an official transcript to be sent from your counselor to us at UA. And then we'll send you an application portal where hopefully within about 2 weeks, usually you'll hear a decision back. Scholarships, we actually really pride ourselves on the affordability of the out-of-state experience at the University of Alabama. We have 2 major tiers of scholarships for incoming freshmen who are coming out of state. Our first tier, these competitive scholarships value from $8,000 all the way to the cost of tuition, and they look at holistic information like your leadership experience, honors you may have received, employment history, extracurriculars, who you are outside of school, and whatever it is that makes you you, to give us some more context about who you could become with us at the University of Alabama. We also have a tier that is based on academic merit, and so those scholarships are pulled from your test scores that you can submit and your cumulative high school GPA. And those scholarships are automatic upon admitting and submitting a test score. Each tier of these scholarships are renewable for all 4 years. So the higher you get on either of those charts that you can find on our website, the closer you get to a full ride. Part of the fun of college is also discovering who you are, not only professionally, but personally as well. We actually have over 600 organizations on campus, from Greek life to intramural club sports to anime to lettuce eating. There's a group for everyone on our campus. You can see a few examples of our student life on this slide, but also check out at the source UA for more information. We also have 34 residence halls on campus with a wide variety of layout and cost, which you can read more about on our hall comparison chart on our website. So what does life look like for Bama grads? Well, in partnership with our extensive alumni network, UA ranks #1 among SEC schools and #2 among all US colleges and universities in terms of internship placement. 65% of our graduates move directly into full-time employment, and 20% continue their degrees, their education into advanced degrees. Our students really are legends with no limits. So if this has piqued your interest and you have the time, I really encourage you to visit the University of Alabama. You can either register for a campus tour or one of our University Days programs at visits.ua.edu. Once you have a travel plan, send me or your local recruiter an email, and we would love to set up a more personalized visit for you. You can attend an information session with most colleges on campus, meet with faculty members, go on a Greek life tour, or have lunch with current students. Really get a sense of what your life would be like at UA. Just let us know how we can connect you to our campus partners. As a proud graduate of UA myself, my first visit to Tuscaloosa is a really fond memory. I visited on a day in March when all the flowers on campus were blooming, and the entire visit was serendipitous. The English department welcomed me with open arms, and I immediately felt at home. Tuscaloosa really had me covered. It had hiking trails, it had bookshops, coffee shops, all kinds of really wonderful activities that I was looking for in a college town. I knew right after that one day visiting campus in the city of Tuscaloosa that that's the graduate program for me. And I'm happy to say that that excitement carries through to today. So if, like me, you find your home at the University of Alabama, know that our diverse campus culture is ready to welcome you with open arms. Please stay in touch. If you have any questions or want to learn more about UA, here's my contact information on the screen. It was so great speaking with you all this evening, and all that's really left to say is thanks and roll tide.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from the University of Mississippi, Ole Miss.
Hello, guys. My name is Rocky Thorson. I'm with the University of Mississippi. I am so excited to be able to talk to you tonight about the university and all of the things that we can offer. So the University of Mississippi is located in Oxford, Mississippi, which is in North Mississippi, only about an hour south of Memphis, Tennessee. We were recently named top college town by both ESPN and Southern Living. It's a small town of only about 27,000 year-round residents. And when Oxford was founded, it was with the idea that it would host the flagship of Mississippi. So since the 1840s, the two have been inextricably linked and both have grown and thrived together greatly. Student life at the University of Mississippi is super important. We are the flagship with all the opportunities that provides. Carnegie R1 research designation, SEC sports. You get all of that in a school that's 1/3 to 1/2 of the size of many of the schools in Texas. We have an undergraduate population of about 17,000 and total population of about 22,000. Students come from all over the United States and world. And about half of our students are not from Mississippi, with 10% each year coming in from Texas. With our students coming from so many different places, the opportunity to connect is absolutely a priority for them. They find that connection over 400 student organizations and 32 fraternity and sorority groups, which a little bit more than half of our freshmen join each fall. At Ole Miss, we appreciate the smaller class sizes and access to professors, allowing for deeper learning. The average class size is about 34 students, and our faculty-student ratio is 16:1. Ole Miss offers over 100 different academic programs. A great majority of them are direct admit, so you are not competing for a place in the major. You just choose what you want to study, and that's what you get to study. If you don't know what you want to study, though, we do have an opportunity to come in undeclared and change at any point during your first 2 years on campus. Or if you change your mind about your major, you can easily change it. Our largest academic college is the College of Liberal Arts, which holds majors from the arts, natural sciences, social sciences, humanities, and health professions. We also have a fantastic School of Journalism and New Media with a very popular integrated marketing program. We're one of the top 25 pharmacy schools in the nation with an early entry option, as well as the top 10 accounting program in the nation. Our School of Business is ranked in the top 50 in the country and is a very popular place for Ole Miss students. The School of Applied Sciences offers majors focusing on real-world experiences and allows our students to be change makers in society. Our School of Education is the leading producer of teachers in the state of Mississippi. Our ABET accredited engineering program is the oldest in Mississippi with 10 majors and the opportunity for direct admission. If a student is interested in a pre-professional area like pre-med, pre-dental, pre-law, we have fantastic pre-professional advising resources, particularly our Health Professions Advising Office, ranked 3rd in the nation by Science Times. Any student that's interested in med school, dental school, PT school can go through there and get the help all the way through the application process. The med school application outcomes for students that participate is a 78% acceptance. So that's some pretty phenomenal numbers for students. Additionally, we have some competitive programs like the Sally McDonald Barksdale Honors College, the Croft Institute for International Studies, Trent Lott Leadership Institute, Arabic and Chinese flagship program, Center for Intelligence Studies, and the Center for Manufacturing Excellence. All of these are competitive entry and do have separate applications. At Ole Miss, all freshmen are required to live on campus their first year. Students do have a few different options. We have contemporary buildings that are newer and offer private bathrooms and community kitchens and lounges. There are also the more traditional halls that have community bathrooms on each floor and a more social experience. When it comes to choosing housing, students get priority based on when they submit their application, so the sooner the better. To offset the cost of attendance and maximize scholarship opportunities, we recommend students submit both a special programs and scholarships application, ACT or SAT scores, and the FAFSA. About 80% of our students are receiving some sort of financial aid or scholarships. The special programs and scholarships applications includes essays, personal statements, resume, letters of recommendation, and a great opportunity for students to tell us a little bit about who they are beyond the numbers. We do use SAT and ACT scores for certain academic and automatic merit awards as a part of consideration for some of the competitive awards as well. And FAFSA, we all know, is for federal grants, but we also have some institutional grants that will come through there. Here are some of the scholarships that we'll offer. If your parent went to Ole Miss, you can get automatic scholarships based off of that. Non-resident STEM awards. We are looking for more STEM students to work in our Tier 1 research opportunities. So that's always great. Valedictorians, Eagle Scout, student body presidents. All of these are ways to get automatic additional scholarships at Ole Miss. Now here's this chart that I was talking about, that if you have your GPA and your test scores, you find that on the chart and you see exactly how much you would get every year. Visiting campus is great. We would love to have you come. We have tours Monday through Friday, morning and afternoon, and many weekends every semester. Here is your representatives for the University of Mississippi in Texas. Patrick covers Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, East Texas, and I cover everything else. So that's all we got for you tonight. Hotty toddy, thanks for listening.
Thank you. Lastly, you'll be hearing from the University of South Florida.
Awesome. Thank you. So thank you for joining tonight. Like she said, I'm going to be talking about the University of South Florida. Just to introduce myself, my name is Chrissy Pugh. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the regional recruiter advisor for Texas. So this is my contact information as well. Just as an overview of USF, we were founded in 1956, so we are a young and thriving institution, and we maintain an overall enrollment of over 50,000 students. Though we are a large institution, we still maintain a student to faculty ratio of 21:1, with our average class size being 33 students. USF really does pride itself on diversity, with 41% of our USF students coming from diverse backgrounds, and we do have students from all 50 states and 145 different countries. We offer close to 200 majors and concentrations across our 14 academic colleges, so odds are whatever it is you want to study, we probably have it at USF. We are America's fastest rising university, and we are very proud of this fact. We're ranked number 46 among public institutions by US News and World Report. And fastest rising, what that means is that we are quickly rising in the rankings, which proves that we're on the right trajectory to make our way to the top. So it's a really exciting time to be a part of USF. University of South Florida is one university geographically distributed. So when I say USF, I'm referring to all three of our campus locations in Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, Manatee. Each campus offers something a little bit different, a little bit unique. You get to actually select your campus when you apply. Our Tampa campus, where lives live larger. Tampa, big metropolitan city. This campus houses a majority of our academic colleges, majors, as well as student organizations. So if you're looking for a classic large public institution feel, this is the campus for you. St. Petersburg, a little bit smaller. St. Petersburg is a beautiful beachfront town, so it has some of the best beaches in the US. So if you like going to the beach, you like outdoor recreation, or maybe you want to study marine science, this would be a really great campus for you. Sarasota, Manatee, the smallest of the three, only has a couple thousand students, and they do maintain a 13:1 student to faculty ratio. So think private school feel, but for a public school price. In regards to student life, we do have over 1,000 student organizations and on-campus events each year, so you definitely won't get bored on campus. And we are NCAA Division I athletics. We play in the American Conference, and we actually share a football stadium with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So the NFL team, they play in the Raymond James Stadium. That's where the Bucs play. That's where the Bulls play. So it makes for a very exciting game day experience. If you're interested in sports, but maybe don't want to play at a D1 level, we do have our recreation and intramural sports as well as one of our highlighted student organizations. And then my personal favorite fun fact is we do have a Publix on campus. Publix, if you are not familiar, is a very popular grocery store chain in the South, especially in Florida. And it's very convenient for our students to have one right there in their backyard on campus. Kind of switching gears now to some freshman admission information. So you can apply to USF in 3 ways: the Common App, the Coalition app, or our USF admissions website, just whatever's easiest for you. And our application is pretty straightforward. We just need three things: the $30 application fee or an application fee waiver, your official high school transcripts, and your official ACT or SAT test scores. Once you've submitted those three things, your application is complete and we will review it. Unfortunately, USF is not test optional. This is put in place by the Florida Board of Governors. So if you are interested in any public institution in the state of Florida, they are going to require test scores for admission consideration. I have included our admitted freshman profile to give you an idea of what the average admitted student, what their GPA and what their test score was. Keep in mind this GPA is recalculated based on academic core courses and the test scores are super scored. For tuition and fees for an out-of-state student, you're looking at around $17,000 for the academic year. But when you include housing, meals, book supplies, and other, you're looking at closer to $35,000, which, yes, that is a large sum of money. However, when you compare that to other institutions, you'll find that our rates are very competitive. We have some of the lowest rates in the country for both our in-state and out-of-state students, and you'll find that our rates are often the same, if not lower, than some of the in-state institutions here in Texas. So definitely something to consider since this will be a reoccurring expense. One of the ways to offset that tuition cost is going to be through scholarships, and we do offer these for our out-of-state students. You could see them here under the non-Florida residents column. These are merit-based, so if you have the GPA and you have the test score and you've applied by the deadline, you're automatically going to get the scholarship associated with that GPA and test score. It starts with our Green and Gold Scholars Waiver at $6,000 per year. And it goes up with our director and our presidential award. These award amounts go up, but you'll also see the GPA and test score requirement go up as well. And it has the yearly award amount on there as well as the 4-year total amount, since if you do receive this scholarship your freshman year, you can maintain it all 4 years. Winding down with some deadlines to remember, our application is currently open and our priority deadline is December 1st. So this deadline is not binding and is not early action. It is simply a priority deadline. This gives you your best chance of admission as well as campus selection. The next big deadline to remember is January 15th. That is our application completion deadline for those admission scholarships I just spoke on. If you apply after January 15th, unfortunately, you would not be considered for scholarships. However, if you apply by December 1st, you don't even have to worry about that. And then May 1st, admissions deposit deadline. Let us know if you're coming to USF in the summer or fall by that date. So I know that was a lot of information I threw at you guys, so I'll put my contact information in the chat as well. But I really thank you guys for listening this evening, and go Bulls.
Thank you. So now we have a little bit of extra time, and I'd like to invite everyone to come on and do some Q&A. I'll just ask you all to share in the same order you presented what advice you would give someone going through the college search process.
My advice as far as going through the college process is to know yourself. And then once you know yourself, find a university that matches who you are, your values, your goals, not necessarily your major, that's important, but know yourself. That's what I would tell you to do.
I tell students at this time, take a deep breath, relax, it's your senior year, and use us as your resources. We're here to help you out, and it's not an inconvenience to call us up or email us. This is what we do. And so we're happy to answer your questions, let you know about, different things, the scholarships and stuff like that. The process is different from every institution. So definitely reach out and use us as your contact.
I'd like to give you a more practical suggestion, which is using the net price calculator that all of our schools offer. Just Google the keywords net price calculator and the name of the school. There's an example of ours on the screen right now. This is a tool that will allow you to put in some information about yourself and your family and get back some information about what type of financial aid package that you might expect. It's a great tool for helping you narrow down your choices of schools.
My advice would be to, in addition to researching scholarships offered by any given college or university you might be looking at, also look into any local or regional scholarships that might be available to you. The applicant pool for those scholarships is a lot smaller than the national or international pool that some of our universities and colleges might offer. So go talk to your counselor, look online, see if you can find any local or regional scholarships to apply to.
So I would like to encourage students to not get so locked into their major, because so many of us are not doing the career that we thought we were going to do when you were your age. So that there are a lot of opportunities out there for a lot of different majors, and don't feel like you need to pick one and you're going to be locked into something for the rest of your life. There are opportunities for post-grad certifications. There are only like 5 careers that you really have to study a certain thing in college. So kind of take a deep breath and don't worry so much about that choice, because sometimes it is very interesting where this can take you.
I would say my best advice to give to students is to definitely stay in contact with your admissions counselor or your regional recruiter. You'll notice here tonight that a lot of us said we work specifically with students in Texas, and we really are here to help you, to support you in any way that we can. So definitely take advantage of that. And I think all of us put our contact information in the chat. So definitely feel free to reach out to us at any time.
Great. And then we have time for a second question. So I'll just ask you all to share one thing you want students to remember about your school.
I would like you to remember our cafeteria. Our food is ranked #1. It's a great opportunity to eat, which you will have to do. So come visit and try our food in the cafeteria.
Yeah, Loyola New Orleans is located, of course, in the great city of New Orleans. So we tell students, once you get here, we give you the opportunity to go out and make a difference. Whether it's community service, whether it's internships, going out and meeting with the public. I mean, we provide that for our students. And so take advantage of those opportunities.
The most famous graduate of Rollins College graduated from here in 1951. He met his wife while he was here. He went to the Presbyterian Seminary and then became very invested in early childhood education. He went to Canada and started working in television there, and then came back to Pittsburgh and Boston and became everybody's favorite neighbor. That is, of course, Mr. Fred Rogers. Not only are we very proud of our affiliation with him, but he is the best exemplar of the types of values that Rollins is trying to instill in the next generation of students. Expressions of care, a commitment to education, and involvement in your community, whatever community you happen to be in at the time.
I think I want to highlight Alabama's really welcoming campus culture. So no matter what you're interested in, where you're coming from, you will find someone who's like-interested, like-minded for you at the University of Alabama. We're ready to welcome you with open arms. Even if we're a big school, we have a lot of ways to make that campus feel smaller.
And I'd like people to kind of remember that Ole Miss is the kind of place that brings the best of all the worlds. We are in Mississippi. We're in a small town. We have worldwide name recognition as well as worldwide opportunities to make a difference through some of our programs. So if it is something that you're interested in, I hope that you would check us out. Mississippi can have bright things as well.
I would say the main thing to remember about the University of South Florida is our location. We're located in the sunny Tampa Bay region of Florida. It's a really great place to be. It has 246 days of annual sunshine, so you really can't go wrong with that. So definitely one thing to take away.
Great. Thank you all so much for sharing, and thank you everyone for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. And you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other sessions recordings at strivescan.com/Texas. So thanks again, everyone. Have a good rest of your evening.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.